In, 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 in. Okay, goodbye. Fine, I'll leave the dog on the island. So I've invited for dinner, but I got to get there by canoe. And the island is a mix of ice and lake, so I got to go to the lake area because I don't trust the ice because it's been warm lately. But I thought I could get the dog in another chance, but I couldn't get the dog in at all. But after I paddled about 500 meters, somehow the dog has gotten to the island before me, which is amazing, but he's fast. This is actually another island called the Hog's Back, which is an esker on my way to the mainland. And I was shocked that the dog made it there. You'll hear my reaction in a second. Sorry about the swearing. You crazy fucker. I had to hike up to the top part of this island to get a look at what the ice is like on the other side before I go around. Also, I was going to try and get the dog in the canoe one more time because I didn't think he could make it the rest of the way by foot. So I headed back and I managed to get the dog in the canoe, but I'm not happy because he wants to sit close to me when the weight's not right, so I got to get him in the forward. Up. Good boy. He doesn't like the canoe at all, but now I got to go around the Hog's Back to get to mainland. But the dog does not like it. He'd rather be on foot. So I'm going to be late for dinner at this point because it took me longer because of the dog. I was supposed to be there at 4. I probably got there at 4:30. This is the main part of the lake, which takes a long time to freeze. I'm going around the point here, and then I'm going to see mainland. Finally, there's mainland right there. And that's where my dinner is going to be, by somebody else is spinning ice out on the mainland. So I had a wonderful dinner. It was delicious. Pork tenderloin and mashed potatoes, yum yum, and dessert. But the real adventure was going back. Now, of course, they're all worried about me, and they all want me to notify them when I get across. And I'll send them an email when I get there. But I got to take a trail back to the canoe, which is about 200 meters. And then get the dog in the canoe again, and you go around the Hog's Back and then go towards Bronson Island, which is where I live. But it had snowed, and so the canoe was wet, and there was wind that picked up, so I had to push against the wind to get the canoe launched, and the dog wouldn't get in the canoe. He just wouldn't get in the canoe, and I can't handle him in. So I went over to where I saw him on the ice. I went over to the ice and tried to get him in the canoe. I couldn't get him in the canoe, and then the canoe got stuck, so I had to free it from the ice and make it across to the Hog's Back. I got back to the Hog's Back, and the dog followed me along the Hog's Back Island, but he would not get in the canoe. So I said, screw it. He can always go back to mainland, and he'll find his way back to Scott and Annie's and sleep there tonight if need be. I'm going to concentrate on getting myself back to Bronson Island. But I have my light on my chest harness, and you can see everything close, but once you get on the main lake, it blinds you. So I turn that off and wait for my eyes to adjust to the dark, and then I can get an idea of the horizon of where I'm going. It was a tailwind, so it gave me a little boost. But I'm trying to make the right next point to where I want to be. And of course, when I got there, the dog got there, which is amazing because he had to pass over 2 layers of ice to cross the ice to get to the Hog's Back and cross the ice to get to Bronson Island. So I was shocked and amazed and very proud of him, actually, that I don't have to worry about him. But although he's a little bit of a dumb, he only drinks water out of the dish inside the camp. So he was very anxious to get back to camp to drink water, which I did. And of course, I get into like 5 emails asking if I made it, and I responded that I did.